Hey everyone, welcome back to SRC Names. It's been a long time since I've uploaded a video, and that is mainly due to my schedule being so full. I finally found a time where I could actually upload some videos in the next few days, and there will be plenty more content to come, but for now, I wanted to share with you my new names that I've added since the last video, and there are a lot of especially girls' names, so here goes. For the boys, I have added, the first name is Eldon, which I think is a really cool name. I like the sound of it. Kente. Kente has this really cool vibe. I absolutely love the sound, and I like, the look of Kente as well. Also, we have Haywood, which is pretty cool. Tennyson, which I've mainly only seen as the last name, but I just recently saw it on Nameberry as a first name. Also, Tenon, which I saw in a completely separate and different context, but I still really like it. Octavian, I also saw on Nameberry, and I saw that as a boy's name, and I thought that was pretty cool. Reminded me of the girl's name, Octavia. Then we have Orson, which I also think has a cool sound. And Onyx. Actually, in addition to Nameberry, I also saw Octavian, I want to say, on Amaryllis' own names list, which I really like that name, and also Onyx and Orson. And then we have this really cool spelling of Jared. And then we have Derry, but spelled differently than how you would typically say it. So, thought that was very interesting for the boys. And now this longer list of girls' names, we have quite a few of them. Ida and Idalyn were from a show that I recently watched that was actually mentioned on Nameberry. It's an animated show, and it's called, what was it? I already forgot the title of it because I'm thinking of a separate show. But there was this animated show that had the character Idalyn, and she went by Ida. All of a sudden, I can't think of the title. It's gonna bug me, but then we have Taria or Taria, which I think is a pretty cool name. Then it almost reminds me of Tara, in fact. Then we have Lilia, which reminds me of Lillian or Lily. So I really like it. And then a really interesting spelling of Amber. I still prefer the common spelling of Amber, A-M-B-E-R, but I think the spelling is pretty cool too. Then Tamika and Morella. All three of those names, Amber, Tamika, and Morella, I saw in one context. And then Casey, spelled K-A-C-Y. I really like that spelling as an alternative to some of the more common spellings of Casey. Then we have Ashley with two E's, which I think is pretty cool. Tama or Tama, or I guess even Tama. If you happen to know someone with this name, or maybe you just know how to pronounce it, feel free to let me know in the comments. But I thought, regardless of pronunciation, I really like the look of this name. And I like all three ways, actually, of pronouncing that name, so thought that was pretty cool. And then we have Catalea. Really interesting spelling of that. I guess I still prefer it with a C, but I do like it with a K. Then we have Carmel, which I like. It's spelled that way. Almost like, it almost reminds me of Carmela, or Carmel without the L-E, but I do really like the spelling. I tend to like L-E, like E-L-L-E or E-T-T-E type French spellings of names, and I really like them, how they look. Then we have J, almost spelled like K, but J-A-Y-E. And then Allah, ALA. I think that's a really nice streamlined name. I like it a lot. Then we have Annalyn. That's one that I absolutely love. I think that's one that I also saw in Nameberry, if I remember correctly. Then we have Kimberlina. Nice alternative to Kimberly. I really like that. And then Kaylyn, spelled Kalyn. I think is a really interesting spelling for that name. And then Kennedy, spelled with only one N and two E's at the end. I think is a nice name. Plus Kennedy in general, I really like on a girl. Oceana, I got that from Amaryllis's list. I really like this name, and it reminds me almost of Oceania, but I still really like it. Corey, spelled with an I-E, is a nice spelling. I like it. I still prefer C-O-R-I or K-O-R-I for a girl, though. Then we have Kemi, which has a nice sound to it, almost like a playful sound. Then Kaiser, which I think is nice. Almost reminds me of Kaiser, the boy. I want to say it's a boy's name. I think I have it on my boys list. It's been a while since I checked it. If you go to my K-Names video, you will find it under either boys or girls. I just can't remember right now. Then we have Aaron, spelled with an E instead of an I, which I like. I think it has a really nice sort of a flow to that spelling that you, I guess, don't really find in ERIN for some reason. I don't know what about that particular spelling that attracts me to it. Then we have Kate, C-A-I-T, which is a nice alternative to Kate, K-A-T-E, or C-A-T-E. I still prefer Kate, K-A-T-E. But I do think this is an interesting spelling. Audie has a nice sound to it. Kind of reminds me of Audrey, but I do like it. And then we have Maida. I can't remember where I saw this name, but I do really like it. The sound in particular. Once I heard it, I think it was on some sort of a TV show or something. And then one that I recently added, Kara, with 2 R's. Besides Kara being one of my favorite girls' names right now, I think it's a really interesting way to say it. And I guess it could also be Kara. I just prefer Kara, but of course it can be Kara. Just like a C-A-R-A or K-A-R-A can be Kara or Kara. And with that, those are my new names. My top 20 names for boys and girls now will be coming up in another video. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.